Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to All Signs. Let me just get these shuffles in. I'm sorry, Sissy, that you're having problems. I've gotten quite a few orders in already, so it might just be a problem on your end. Try maybe disconnecting from Wi-Fi if you're on your phone or connecting to Wi-Fi. I'm not really sure. Maybe restarting your phone if you're on a phone. What's up, Complexity? What's up, Rick? What's up, LaDonna? Hey, Sissy. Hey, Vanessa. Kismet is here, but of course. What's up, Team Hipsy? I know that I know that that's AI and I'm speaking to a robot, but you know. All right, guys, welcome to All Signs. We're going to be taking a look at what you can expect. So this is like within the next week or so, maybe this weekend, more concentrated and focused on that area. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so you always want to make sure to check for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your Jupiter placements. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. And if you want to book a super chat during this live, you can do so at hipsy.com/violettaalexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box, okay? What's up, Darcy? It's nice to see you. Hello, Lori. I was just thinking about you, Lori. All right, let's get this last shuffle here. And then I just got to shuffle these little advice messages. It's nice to see you guys. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. All right. I have been messing around with Midjourney pretty much all day. I'm just absolutely am obsessed with it. I love Midjourney so much. Lori, I was going to mention to you, for your designs that you make for your store, you should absolutely 100% get a Midjourney subscription. Definitely check that out. I think it'd be very beneficial for you. All right. Has it just been the weirdest time out in the world? Yeah, definitely. Especially with, I try not to even look at what people are saying online. As of late, being a woman with two daughters, it has been absolutely horrific and disgusting. So, but I am here to not think about that. I'm here to not think about that. It's really funny that kind of all of that stuff against women is kind of popping out. I'm sure that you guys saw a lot of it. And then like we're having this kind of weird, hazy Venus representing women square to Neptune. Like it's just kind of a little on par for the whole vibe. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some really just the true colors have truly came out like with all of that. I have just really seen some of the most disgusting commentary about our anatomy and our autonomy, and it has been really revealing. Yeah. So I'm gonna drink my coffee and sit here and look cute, and we're gonna read cards, okay? So let's go ahead and split the deck. All right, Aries, let's see what you can expect for the next week or the upcoming week. Let's go ahead and put on the little sign there. Okay, cool. All right, Aries. The Tower in reverse. Okay. Well, I mean, this can represent a couple of things, right? So this can represent refusing to change, not wanting to let go of something. I want you to be careful with this because when you see the Tower in reverse and it's like in a negative connotation, this can certainly represent you creating your own upheaval in your life because you're refusing to change something or you're refusing to let go of someone or something. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. Definitely be cautious of making very impulsive decisions at this time. I think we're all feeling a little squirrely, a little chaotic at this time, so maybe it's something to do with that, but This is really about you hanging on to what was and what is no more. And it's interesting that the Tower in reverse can represent, holding on, not willing to change. And this is Uranus, but it's like the opposite of Uranus. Now, what's Uranus? It's all about change and innovation and rebelling and going against the grain and going on your path and, liberation, etc. But it can also represent a resistance to change as well. So it's kind of like we have these two cards that are at a resistance of something that you need to let go of. And I don't know what that's about. The Queen of Cups. It can be around an emotional situation. Okay. And I can understand that. It can be hard for you to let go of someone that you love, or hard for you to let go of certain feelings. But I like that the Queen of Cups is here. It's telling me that it's coming from a good place. I just want you to make sure that you are going about it in the right way. Let's see what's coming that you're not expecting. Three of Wands in reverse. This can definitely represent like you not getting something that you wanted, something not coming in that you had expected. But at the same time, this can be you realizing that because you were holding on, or because you were waiting so long to make a move, you actually missed the chance. Okay, so I want you to be cautious with that as well. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse isn't the best. I mean, this can also represent somebody who's essentially frustrated as well. So the Three of Wands in reverse can represent somebody who's frustrated. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse backing it, it can represent somebody who is reacting to that disappointment through outbursts, feeling like they need to get some kind of attention. Maybe you have somebody in your life that is acting this way. Maybe it's not you, right? Because this is like what to expect. And I don't know if you really see it coming. The High Priestess in reverse can be like, wait, what? It can be that a secret is revealed of some sort, and it's kind of putting you on edge a little bit. So I'm wondering if maybe this thing that you're learning about a person, or about a certain situation, or about life or politics, or who knows, whatever it is, it's like you're having a hard time letting go of it because something is like so preposterous to you. Okay. But there's a love there as well. Let's see some advice from you. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. What I want to say is don't act so impulsively that you ruin something that you've already established. Okay. Like burning bridges for some reason is what I'm kind of getting here. The Two of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is telling you not to procrastinate on something as well. There's something that you need to get done. There's some kind of decision that you need to make, something that you're needing to decide upon. And the longer that you wait, I don't want to say like the worse it's going to be, because that sounds like fear mongering, but you know how it is when you put something off and then you put something off and then you keep getting smacked in the face with a lesson. It's like, okay, right now is kind of the time to make an adamant decision. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Okay, so that's good. This is full moon and Cancer energy. So this can be like some kind of ending or culmination that has to do with your family, with your past, with your ancestry, even, right? That can be Cancerian energy, something maybe nostalgic, something that has to do with something that is, or someone that is important to you. So I feel like something can be resolved, but I also want to say like something needs to change as well, or you need to let go of something, whether it is a person, or it is an ideal, or it is a certain mind frame, or self-worth, self-value issues, whatever it is. Okay. But I do think that whatever you're doing, it seems like it's coming from a good place. Thank you so much, Aries. If you want to book a super chat during this live, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Just go ahead and click on the pinned comment in the chat box. What's up, Barbie? It's nice to see you. What's up, Jake? Hi. All right. Cold brew with milk. It looks like alcohol. It's obviously not. I haven't drank in almost 5 years, but it's like a little coffee roaster, La Colombe. Freaking delicious. By the way, I just want to say, I tried a new hack, right? Because I have textured skin. Most of the people that watch me all the time know like what that I'm always bitching about it, right? But I decided, so I put on like all of my moisturizers and stuff, and then I put on like the Laura Mercier powder, like the setting powder, and then I put all nighter Urban Decay spray on. I let that sit for a minute. Then I put on my primer. Makeup, my makeup, now this is for like oily skin, but my makeup went on so much better today. Loved it. I know nobody cares. Maybe someone does. The gays and the girls, right? All right, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at Taurus. All right, Taurus, how are you? Let's go ahead and see what you can expect for the next week. Once I can get my stuff together here. King Wands in reverse. This is your energy. So for my feminine Tauruses, you could be dealing with a masculine. So this may be a masculine read. So reverse this if you need to. It seems like you're a little bit in your ego this coming week or this weekend. Seems like you kind of got your boxers in a twist. You got your panties in a twist a little bit. You definitely got your feelings hurt over something that is probably insignificant, if I'm being honest, but you may be making it a bigger deal than you should. I don't want to say you should because I feel like I'm being insensitive, but I'm not here to pacify you either. So the King of Wands in reverse reminds me of a person who takes great offense to something that was not meant to be offensive. And the only reason this person is really taking offense is because it's a deeper insecurity within self. And the comment wasn't actually meant to be offensive in the first place. Do you know what I'm saying? So, for instance, I definitely have a big insecurity around my skin. So, somebody could, like, I don't know, say something like, oh, wow, my skin just looks so great. I'm so glad I don't have textured skin. And maybe wouldn't have anything to do with me, but I might get my feelings hurt because maybe I feel like that was a dig at me. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just my own ego. Maybe it's just my own insecurities. And that comment actually had nothing to do with me. Now, of course, that's a really dumb example, but it was the best one that I could think of. Okay. I am not caffeinated enough for this. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, this is definitely like having your dunce cap on a little bit. It's as if not only are you kind of in your ego about something, but there's also this energy of you missing the mark and kind of missing the point. So, what I want to say is just really be cautious of how you're responding or you're reacting to people this weekend or this week, because I think that you could take things a little bit further than they really need to go. Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups in reverse, this reminds me of like the tantrum thrower, the I want what I want and I want it now. This is somebody who's kind of overly indulgent sometimes, and just rather almost delude themselves, right? We think of Jupiter and Pisces. What is Pisces? It can be escapism, right? Jupiter is going to intensify whatever it touches. So if we're looking at Jupiter and Pisces, I have Jupiter and Pisces, but if we're looking at it in a negative connotation, this can be somebody who's like, a little bit ahead in the clouds, or, somebody who is just trying to escape instead of deal with things. So just be careful, be cautious of that energy this week. What's kind of happening outside of you or what you can expect. The Star in reverse, it's kind of making me feel like you're losing a little bit of hope maybe, but it feels more so as though some insecurities are being drudged up for you to look at this coming week. I think that you are having some insecurities, and I don't know who and or what is intensifying those or triggering those for you, but when we have triggers, it's not really about what or who is triggering us all the time, sometimes, but it's usually about like, well, why is that button there? Right? Someone's pressing your buttons. Why is that button there? Right? Do we really need to get that bent out of shape over something? Or, where is that coming from? So, and it feels like it's something a bit, I don't want to say it's insignificant because I don't want to like be desensitized to your issues, but it makes me feel as though you're making something a bigger deal than it needs to be. I'm almost getting like 10 of Wands in reverse kind of energy, the Emperor energy. Ah, well, that is what it is. Ooh, the masculine Tauruses are not going to like me today. I love you to pieces. I hope you know that you're sexy, but I really think that there's somebody else here that is triggering this insecurity within you. Now, the King of Wands is cool, right? That's how you're showing up, but you're showing up in the reverse. And something that is occurring outside of you that maybe is causing this is the Emperor. the emperor is all of the kings combined, right? He's definitely somebody that, or she, that you can look up to, somebody who has it all together, somebody who has control, you know. And you may feel like somebody's trying to step on your toes or trying to make you insecure when it's really your own insecurities that you are projecting onto another person, because they may have something that you want, or they may look like you want, or they may have the girl that you want, or you know, or the guy, or whatever it is. So just be cautious of that energy. Your advice is the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Swords in reverse. So, you know, the Two of Pentacles in reverse can kind of show up when we need to drop it. Okay. When we're taking on too much that we don't need to do. And so the Seven of Swords in reverse can, yes, it can talk about a guilty conscience. Yes, it can be about confessing things, but it's also about just simply being honest. And the Seven of Swords in reverse is also about a focus on self. Let me focus on myself as opposed to what everybody else is doing. It's okay to be inspired by other people, but if you are being triggered by a person for whatever reason, look at why that trigger is there, or specifically why you're getting triggered, not necessarily the person itself, right? Hope that makes sense. Nothing will come of the situation. So that's great, right? So I think that you are making something bigger than it needs to be. And I think with it saying nothing will come of the situation, it's because it doesn't, nothing needs to come of the situation, because it's more so a you situation as opposed to an external situation. Okay. Now, that's just my opinion that nobody cares about, but that's what I got for you, Taurus. So if you're feminine, I feel like this may be reversed for some of you. Okay. So thank you so much, Taurus. If you want to book a super chat, you can go ahead and do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. Okay. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, a full blown one, you can do so at Hipsy, or you can do so on my website at violettaalexis.com. All of the information can be found in the description box below. What's up, Madison? Nice to see you. What's up, Jamae? Am I saying that right? Probably not. What do you guys think about the braided space buns? Cute, right? It won't even let me pay. God, I'm so sorry, honey. I don't know what's going on. I'm really sorry. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm really sorry. What's up, Dark Matter? Good to see you. All right. And mods, also feel free to drop the Hipsy link in the chat box as well, so that people can just go ahead and click it if you don't mind. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and take a look at you. All right. All right, Gemini, welcome. We're going to be taking a look at what you can expect for predominantly this weekend, but also this coming week. Okay. So make sure you're checking for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements as well. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse for your energy. So for some of you, you could actually be taking away an opportunity that you were giving to somebody else for some of you. It can be that you're in this energy of feeling like you simply missed an opportunity, something that could have something to do with the longevity, the longevity of your business or your work, or something that you were trying to build out there in the world, something that would last a long time, and you may be feeling maybe a little disappointed by it. It's almost like this energy of like, okay, well, I'm not doing this, so maybe I need to do this. This is definitely giving me like Venus square Neptune energy, which we're having this weekend, which we're also already feeling. But I definitely feel like you guys are a little stumped with something. So because something else isn't working out, you're kind of like, okay, you're fantasizing about what else could be. So whether this is about like a failed date, and now you're like, well, I got other options, right? And the good thing is that you do have other options. So even if it's like a job, okay, well, that didn't pan out, but I have these other employers that are looking at me, or whatever it may be. So I feel like you got your head in the game ish. But I want to say make a choice and try to make sure that you're keeping it realistic. It doesn't mean that you can't dream, just make sure that you're taking practical and realistic steps towards whatever this fantasy is that you seem to have. The Three of Cups. Okay, well, to be completely honest, you guys may be in a little bit of a debaucherous mood. Okay. So for my Geminis that really like to go out, drink, have a good time, you know, make out with their best friend, I don't know, whatever you have going on, you could definitely see a little bit of this. this coming week or weekend for you. So for some of you, if you feel like something failed or something just didn't work out, you're like, you know what, I'm going out with the girls or I'm going out with the boys. I could see that here as well. For others of you, it definitely can be around like a reconciliation with, it could just be friends, but it could also be like a sexual thing with that Seven of Cups there. It is Venus and Scorpio after all, the Seven of Cups, right? So what's kind of happening outside of you is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So here's that reversed pentacle energy again. So it's definitely making me feel like there's something practical in your life, whether it's a job, whether it's some kind of project that you were trying to work on, like maybe somebody's dropping the ball, maybe it's not working out as you anticipated. You know, it can be that somebody's being very critical of you and what you're doing and what's going on. And so you may have just been like, you know what, F it, I'm not doing this, you do it, or something like that. The Eight of Cups, yeah. It kind of feels like somebody else is dropping the ball on you a little bit, you know? And there could be a financial aspect to this, don't get me wrong, but whatever it is, it definitely makes me feel like somebody might be being a little bit hard on you. And I don't know if it's warranted or not, but it does feel like they're being a little bit hard on you. Like for instance, this could be somebody who, I don't know, maybe they felt like you weren't good for their status or their reputation or something, and they're like, all right, I don't think this is for me, right? Because you're in the Seven of Cups energy, and this is happening outside of you. It's the Eight of Cups, so it's making me feel like somebody's walking away from you. Okay, so I don't really know what that's about. Your advice here, the Three of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords. So this is once again, it's kind of like what I said earlier about taking a very practical, like realistic approach, even a logical approach. It's time for you to overcome something in a healthy way. So if you guys have been kind of going through something like we all have, right? And maybe you don't have the best coping mechanisms, that might be something to look into. I think that getting advice from like a therapist or a colleague or a father figure or whoever this King of Swords may be. Now, of course, this could be you as well if you're a masculine. Don't get it twisted, but it definitely makes me feel like you need to talk to somebody or get some kind of advice from someone on how to do something. Maybe I'm the King of Swords for you. I have no idea, right? But it is asking you to take more of a logical approach as opposed to a Seven of Cups approach, head in the clouds kind of thing. So whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, it is asking you to be grounded in your thinking, okay? And maybe thinking outside of the box. Conclusions are within reach. So yeah, I feel like I really want to tell you, don't fret. As corny as that sounds, don't fret. Don't over stress about something, because I do think that something will be resolved in time. As long as you're taking a practical approach, you have healthy coping mechanisms, and you're doing what you need to do in a grounded way, I think that you'll be fine. So thank you so much, Gemini. If you want to book a super chat during this live, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box below. Um, can you send the money? I I really don't do like the PayPal or the Cash App super chat things. I don't know why it's working. I have some super chats in there already. I don't know why it's not working. That's really, really strange. I honestly have no idea. What's up, Kevin? It's nice to see you. Thank you. But if you want to do PayPal, that's fine. I'll take it this one time just because I know you very well and I don't know why the thing isn't working. Um, so yeah. Can I see your tattoo? Sure. It is this is Daenerys Targaryen, and she is from Game of Thrones, obviously. This is her when was it? It was an episode called The Bells on the last season, and it was when she was about to lose her mind, even though they went ahead and rang the bells and like surrendered, and she still, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, but she was like getting, that was like right before, that was like when she lost it, like when something snapped. And I loved that. That was just incredible. So yeah. Just coming up from a dark night of the soul. Love your readings. Oh, yeah, that was rough. I definitely went through that in like 2021, 2022 heavy. So, okay, let's go ahead and move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Yeah, she definitely lost it. I still love her. I don't care. She's still my wife. You just watched Game of Thrones. I'm so proud of you. I mean, you're a little late to the party, but you're still here, so it's okay. Damn. So good, right? What's up, alien? It's nice to see you. I'm great. How are you? It made me wonder why you had that tattoo, though. The reason why I got this tattoo is because years of killing myself through alcohol and, horrible thing, just things that I was doing to myself that were absolutely obnoxious and terrible. And I have anger issues, and a lot of suppressed rage, and usually because of the things that have happened to me, etc. And I did a lot of work on myself, and I got sober, and I stopped drinking, and I'm almost 5 years alcohol and tobacco free. And I mean, I went through so much that people just did not even know was going on behind the scenes when I started my YouTube channel, or when I started tarot. And I was so enraged even more. And I put that tattoo as a reminder, after all the work that I had done, to not lose it all because of an impulse. I can be very impulsive. And that was what happened with Daenerys, right? She did all of that work. She did all of these things. She liberated these people. She liberated herself. She found her strength, and then she ruined it in a second. And so that's why I got that. That is why I got that specific scene. Yeah. So when she was sitting on top of the dragon, and like she just started crying, and it was like an angry cry, and I just felt that to my core. I felt it so to my core. So that's actually why I got this specific scene. Oh, I love that. Thank you. You really have grown so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks, Vedic. I appreciate it. All right, so let's see. Cancer. All right, Cancer. One of my favorite signs. How are you? We're going to be taking a look at what you can expect this weekend and this week. I get a lot of love, I noticed, from Cancer, Libras, and Capricorns. I noticed that the most. Like, I go and look at like the likes from the members, and from what I've seen, for the most part, it's like a lot of Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. I feel like the signs that really watch you the most, I feel like that says a lot about you. And I'm not mad at it. Proud of you, girl. You're an amazing human and a beautiful soul inside and out. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much, baby. All right, so let's go ahead and see Cancer. Okay, speaking of strength, look at that. Cancer for the win. So, Cancer, I mean, you're definitely showing up in a little masculine energy, right? Even if you're feminine, you can still be strong and be a lady, right? And with this strength energy, it's showing me that you're very focused on what it is that you're passionate about, whether that is your hobbies, whether that is a partner, whatever it may be. You're very passionate. And there may be this element of you feeling like you need to be stoic, or you need to hold back for some reason. But I like the strength here. It's the sign right after you, right? It makes me feel like you're evolving in some kind of way. The devil, damn, this is beautiful. I love this energy. Cancer, I feel like you have really overcome something. And I don't know if that was an addiction. I don't know if that was a narcissistic relationship. I don't know if it was your own coping mechanisms. I don't know what it was, but it was something that was probably very detrimental to you, to your soul, to your mind, to your emotions, maybe even to your body for some of you. It's going to be different for all of you. But I see you being very aware, and that awareness brings a chance and an opportunity for you to be able to change, to be able to evolve. And that's what I was getting on that strength card, was that sense of evolution for some reason. I think that you are like finding this For some of you, it may have felt like you were at the very bottom of like a pit and you didn't have like a ladder to get out. It may have felt like nobody was trying to help you out. It may have felt very dark. And it makes me feel like there's this energy that you have pulled yourself out of some kind of place, or you have really come to a huge realization about self and or others. And I think it's really beautiful. The Six of Cups, how pretty is that? For some of you, you've had some childhood issues, childhood trauma for some of you. This to me, with that Six of Cups, you know, that can be a gift from God. And so I think that's something terrible that you went through. It's almost as if you're looking back and you're like, you know what, that really sucked, but I'm kind of glad that that happened because I'm stronger now because of it, you know? But like, honestly, I've been through some really crappy things in my life. I think we all have. And to be honest with you, I am grateful for it. And I see why, you know, I see why it had to happen. And I think that that's where you guys are too. So I love to see it as very beautiful. The Queen of Wands, for something outside of you, I feel like you have somebody that admires you. The Queen of Wands is usually the one who is admired, but for some reason on this card, because you're showing up as the strength energy and there's this Queen of Wands, there's a feminine energy here who seems to really look up to you or care about you, or even this person may even be trying to be very encouraging towards you. They may even be trying to like lead by example and show you how to be, even if it's somebody you don't know personally. Maybe it's like Drew Afalo on TikTok, or maybe it's, you know, I don't know, whoever, whatever feminine energy you look up to, or maybe it's somebody that you know personally. But it makes me feel like this person really, damn, this is so pretty. I just love this energy. This is so beautiful. I mean, you have this Leo energy twice. You have somebody that it just loves to make you happy. It looks like this could even be a friend, whoever it is. And it's making me feel like this person is encouraging you to be more outspoken about things that you've been through, or to take the lead in your own life, or to be more creative. I think this person is bringing you a lot of happiness, whoever this feminine energy is. Your advice is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse. There may have been issues around feeling like you had to prove yourself in a situation, or feeling like you needed to overgive or something like that. It's telling you that that is over now, whatever that was. You don't have to be that anymore. You don't have to overgive. You don't have to exhaust yourself just to simply exist. This is telling you that take whatever it is that you learned from that experience, see the silver lining, and do something with it. The energy is gaining momentum. I like this because it makes me feel like something is going to move quicker than you think it will. And I think this is in a positive light. So I want to say kind of like be prepared, but I feel like it's a good prepared. Like it's not like you got to have your armor on. It's something positive. So thank you so much, Cancer. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. So you can just click the pinned comment in the chat box and I'll take you right to it. All righty. All right. Speaking of Leo, hello, Leo. Let's go ahead and see what you can expect for this weekend and this coming week. Let's see your energy. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Well, this can represent a couple of things. This can definitely be like not being worried about something anymore. Maybe you're taking your anxiety meds, right? For some of you, it can just be like, why was I worried about that? For some of you, you are so anxious about the future that you are internalizing it, and it is actually harming you. So I need to pull another card to see. Okay, no. Okay, that's great. Okay, good. I didn't want it to be that answer. So the Nine of Swords in reverse to the Four of Wands makes me feel like a lot of you, the way that you may be dealing with some kind of insecurity and or anxiety is by going out, finding a reason to celebrate, creating some kind of celebration, going out with friends, hanging out with family, having fun in the house even, you know, and doing things that make you happy. Now, this can also represent, sometimes the Four of Wands in my eyes can represent like breaking out of a box, or breaking out or breaking away from something. And so if you have been feeling a little melancholy, if you have been anxious, whatever the thing is, it seems like the new perspective that you are allowing yourself to have is helping you think in broader terms, or is helping you break out of that sense of negative thinking. So the Eight of Swords, be careful though, because I feel like you might do this where you break out of that thought process and then it's like you kind of get stuck in it again. And that can happen. And I mean, that's normal for us to do, right? But we have to ask ourselves, like, why do we keep going back to that thought process? Why do we keep going back there? I think that sometimes a little bit of delusion can help, right? If it's not too serious, a little bit of delusion can help, but just be cautious, because I really think that you're going to be a little bit in your head. So I don't know if you need to go out for a walk. I don't know if you need to hang out with family. Definitely surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive energy. Be careful of the content that you consume. People don't realize, like, and I say this all the time, but the content that you're consuming is nearly as important as the food that you're eating. I'm not saying it's as important, but the content that you consume is going to feed your mind. And imagine that if you're watching content that is just making you anxious all the time or making you constantly worried, it's almost like if I were to sit there and just my diet was like Krispy Kremes for the next week. What do you think I'm going to look like in 2 weeks? You know what I mean? Think about that, but like with your brain. Something that's happening outside of you is the temperance energy. So this can be like a mentor, a guru, somebody who's trying to bring balance into your life. This can even be some kind of just teacher. This can be a religious figure in your life, but it seems like this person wants the best for you. It could be a Sagittarius, specifically with that temperance card. This is a general reading, just whatever sign it may be, but this is Sagittarius specifically. And I feel like I said, this person is trying to bring you peace in your life, because I think that this person is at peace. The King of Pentacles could also be a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. It looks like a masculine energy, somebody who seems to be very stable, somebody who's got their shit together. Could be a father figure, could be a partner, could be a boss, whatever it may be. But it can be that this person is maybe offering you something or assisting you in some way, especially financially. Okay. So maybe this person is a benefactor, or maybe it is a father figure that's like, maybe they want to pay your rent for a month. I don't know. But there's a masculine energy here who's trying to teach you something. And I feel like it's a very supportive energy. Your advice is the Judgments and the Knight of Cups in reverse. That's interesting. Well, when you look at the Knight of Cups in reverse, sometimes it can be like an over idealization of something. Sometimes it just can simply be insecurity and jealousy, and the crappy emotions that come up when we are at our worst. The Judgment is asking you to reflect on something and take accountability for your own thoughts and your feelings. It doesn't mean that things outside of us can't affect us, but at the same time, you cannot control those things, right? And we say that all the time in the spiritual community, but we say that because it's true, right? You don't always have control over your external circumstance. And the moment that you try to take control of those things, that's when it all kind of falls to pieces and you quite literally drive yourself insane. You're not as stuck as you think you are. All you really have to do is make the call, make the decision, because the Eight of Swords is actually somebody sometimes who has a decision to make and they need to choose something. But the reason why they're not choosing is because they don't like their actions, or they're putting their destiny on everybody else to make these decisions for them when they just need to make it. So the Judgment card is kind of begging you to make a higher self decision. And what I would consider a higher self decision is when you think about somebody that you love the most. I want you to close your eyes, think about the person that you love the most in this world, right? You got them in your mind, great. If this person were to come to you and ask you for advice, what would be the advice you gave them? And they were coming to you with the exact same situation that you're going through. The answer that you would give them is your answer. So, or your decision that you need to make. So just something to kind of think about. Your hard work is paying off. So I like this. So I kind of want to say keep chucking away, right? Whether it's about your mental health, your coping mechanisms, your finances, it's saying that at some point it will pay off. So just keep going. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat during this live, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that in the pinned comment in the chat box. And also Rick posted it right there. All righty. Let's see. All right. We got Virgo. Oh, you're welcome, Kevin, anytime. All right. All right, Virgo, how are you? Let's go ahead and see what you can expect for this weekend and this coming week. Your overall energy, ooh, showing up as you, baby. Taurus is essentially this energy, but Virgo and Capricorn as well. So, you're showing up as your nurturing self. Your business may be doing very well. You're taking care of yourself, taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair, whatever it is, taking care of the home, taking care of your kids, and you're doing a really great job. But you are also putting yourself first, right? The Queen of Pentacles, it doesn't mean that she's not going to take care of those around her or take care of her responsibilities, but she knows that she can't take care of those things if she's not taken care of. So, she loves or he loves herself enough to do that. So I like it. The Four of Cups. Why is that? Hmm. I heard comfortable. This is making me wonder if you feel like things have been a little monotonous. If you're just kind of comfortable with where you're at, but you feel like there could be a change, but you may feel like you're kind of in your comfort zone, which would be on par with the Queen of Pentacles. That's Taurus energy. Taurus energy is fixed. Taurus doesn't like change very much, right? Taurus likes things as they are. They keep chucking along. But sometimes we get bored, right? Sometimes we are having a hard time looking for reasons to be happy. And usually that just means that we need to refind or rediscover our purpose. So we can get really bored and feel like things are monotonous when we're not living in our purpose. So I know for me that when I'm not like working out, when I'm not writing, when I'm not doing those things that make me happy, I can get very depressed with life, and I can just like want every day just to be over as quickly as possible. Now, this could just simply be you kind of minding your P's and Q's and doing what it is that you need to do, and trying not to really pay attention to whatever this disappointment is. Because you can see this Queen of Pentacles, and she's just kind of like looking away from that Four of Cups. And so you could be disappointed in someone or with something, but you haven't like made a decision yet as well. That can be it also. Something that's happening outside of you is the Hanged Man energy. Somebody may be hmm, let me get one more for that. Okay. Someone's letting go. What are we letting go of? The Six of Swords. If you have had any kind of issue with someone, an argument, a silly debacle, whatever it is, an issue, because I see you're like disappointed with something, and it's making me feel like it's someone maybe. But I feel like there's someone that's getting ready to let go or maybe make some sacrifices, even if they're just like not metaphorical, but like not running you into the ground with their opinion and just being like, you know what, I'm just gonna put my opinion in the trash right now, and that really doesn't matter. It seems like somebody that you're disappointed by is letting that go, like something that is disappointing you, whether it's their opinion or their actions. It's like they're seeing your side of something, and they're seeing your perspective of something, so they're just simply moving on from whatever it is that they were doing that was upsetting you. Does that make sense? I know I kind of got a little weird there, but I hope that that makes sense. So because it's like it seems like you have bigger fish to fry. You're very much about your business, taking care of yourself, things like that. And somebody's just kind of almost like a fly at a barbecue in the background. And you're just like, what am I gonna do about this person, or what am I gonna do about this situation? It makes me feel like somebody's just like, you know what, it's not a big deal. I'm sorry that I did that, or they're sacrificing whatever that is essentially pissing you off. I hope that makes sense. So this is your advice with the Hermit in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay. If you're going through something, I know that we all are, right? But if you're going through something, and you just need a moment, you need some alone time, you need to be left alone, it's telling you, like, don't be too quick on the draw. Just because you have, like, I understand we all have responsibilities, I get that. But once again, the Queen of Pentacles is about taking care of herself first, understanding that nobody else and nothing else can be taken care of if she is not, or he, okay? So it's asking you, if you are going through a betrayal, if you're going through something that feels volatile, if you're going through something that is earth shattering, if you're just going through something that's a little difficult, or there's something that you or someone you had to end things with, or it's saying, like, don't feel like you have to hop, skip, and jump into the next thing and feel like you have to be productive. I understand we're in this hustle culture. I understand we all have responsibilities, but don't forget to take time for yourself. If, for instance, right, let's be super cliche because this is tarot land. But if you just had like a huge divorce or a huge breakup, and people are pressuring you to date, or you feel pressured because your biological clock is ticking or something, like, people will still be there in a few weeks, in a few months. It's okay to sit this one out. It's okay to bench it once in a while. It's okay to take that smoke break, right? It's okay to take that gym time or that sauna time, or take a little 3-day vacation to yourself. It's okay to do those things. So I want to say, don't feel pressured. Don't, uh, uh, take the cake out of the oven before it's ready, is basically what I'm trying to say. Expect powerful change. Well, yeah, and I think that this person, or whatever this is, that is essentially asking for forgiveness, or trying to let go, or trying not to be too critical of you, or something like that. I think this person is going to bring a lot of change in, simply by falling back a little bit, or not being so on your ass about something. But there's a new beginning happening here. And because this says new moon eclipse, and an eclipse is either a new moon or a full moon on steroids. So it's going to be a huge, huge change for you. And I think it's going to be good. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much. I hope you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find the information right there in the pinned chat, the pinned comment in the chat box. I never get that right. I'm dead. Frick, my God. What's up, Tom? Different in other countries happens. You know what? I like, as I've gotten older, like past my mid 30s, I have not gotten dressed up or anything. And it's like crazy because I love Halloween, but I really don't like any other holiday. I hate Christmas. I do. I hate Christmas. I just don't like it. I just really don't like it. I don't care about Easter. I don't care about all of those. I'm not like a festive person. My God, the one time I tried to decorate a tree by myself, and I like wrapped these string lights around the tree and then just put like a stuffed animal on top and like called it a day. It was terrible. It was atrocious. I'm just not. My mom is really like that. She's really like, "Oh my God, you gotta do the tree. You gotta do that." I'm just like, ugh, sounds awful. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not. I don't know. I'm just not into like, I think Halloween's really cool. Like, I really like the creativity of Halloween specifically. Hello, Venus and Scorpio, right? But I just, all of these holidays just feel like such a waste of money to me and just like a waste of like, I don't know. I just feel like we could be doing other things. I know that's very Grinch of me, but it's not like I'm saying I hate Jesus or nothing. I'm just, it's like the holiday, all the holidays are just like, God, it's just, I don't know. What's up, Karen? It's all a money grab. Yeah. I don't know. I just, not into it. Anyway. Yeah, I wish I liked the holidays because there's no escaping them, right? But I just never really got into it. I don't know. My baby's father, his mom, she's a Cancer, and she's like 100% like a Cancer. Like baking the cake, always got something made. House is like solid, and she also she's a great cook, but she always like her house is always so festive. Listen, bitch, the first day of fall, she's already got like the turkey things pinned out in her front yard. She's got the orange candles. She's got the wreath coming out. You know, Halloween, it's a wrap. I swear, like, I'm just like, I don't know how she keeps, I really don't. I don't know how she keeps up with it. And then she'll even like cook things that are festive. She's making Christmas tree cookies. It's October. We're getting the pumpkin cupcakes. It's really incredible. Like I wish I could be that person. I don't have any Cancer placements, but I do have Moon in my first house in Taurus, but I have no Cancer placements. And they're my favorite sign, honestly. I love Cancers. There's nothing like a Virgo Cancer relationship for me. Oh my God. I love Cancer so much. And it's really funny with the men because either they're just like really like they're all squishy, lovey-dovey, romantic, unless they got like a Capricorn moon or something and they're a little rough around the edges. But they're all like squishy in their own way, but there's like a soft squishy, and then there's like the hard squish, like with the men, the women too, though, because I dated a Cancer woman before, and she was very like hard shell. There's like the soft shell crab, and there's like the hard shell crab, and it's like you can tell from a mile away. 50 Cent, hard shell crab. You know what I mean? Ariana Grande, soft shell crab. And I've talked about this before, but like I can't get over it. It's so funny. I've talked to two Cancer guys before, and one was just the squishiest, loviest little ever. And then the other one was like a biker, and he was like, he's like the short, stocky little, but at the same time, who's like, is that guy messing with you again? What the fuck is he? I'll kick his ass. While he sends me flowers the next day. I'm like, oh, hard shell crab. They're so funny. I love Cancers. Cancers love you. Thank you. I love them so much. I do. I really do. Okay, so sorry, Libra. Libra's like, hello. Sorry, Libs. All right, Libra, welcome to what you can expect for this weekend and this coming week. Let's go ahead and take a look at your energy. Oh my God, Lori. The Ace of Swords in reverse. This is giving, I'm literally just a girl, right? No. The Ace of Swords in reverse can represent a few things. It could definitely represent like maybe you not having very much clarity over a situation. Some of y'all are just straight up lying. But before I go into that, let's see what the other one is. Okay. Seven of Wands in reverse. This is giving me silent confidence for some reason. I feel like you have some people that are hating on you a little bit, like you guys always do. I feel like Libras are always getting hated on because they're so hot. But Libra, with that Seven of Wands, it's making me feel like there's something a little unexpected that is happening in your life where someone you didn't expect or people you didn't expect or some kind of confrontation that you didn't expect is kind of showing up at your door, metaphorically speaking, maybe literally, hopefully not, right? And it just feels like you're holding your own, but you're holding your own, but I think that you're feeling a little confused, or you're like, why is this happening? Like, what is your problem, or what's your deal? Why are you coming at me like this? But in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you'll see that the guy defending himself against these other six wands, he has a shoe missing. And that's indicative of, I wasn't expecting this. I was in my panties and my bra, right? Or I was in my boxers. I didn't expect this attack, right? So it's like he's just got one shoe on, we can't find the other one. So it makes me feel like there's something kind of unexpected that is happening. And you're like, what is the problem? Like, you know, it could be at work, it could be online. The Page of Cups. I wonder if it's because somebody wants you. It might be because somebody wants you, and that person that wants you had relations with somebody that is like attacking you in some way. This can also be just you kind of playing nice. Okay. Libras, this is the thing about Libras. Libras play the best villains. Hands down. Libras play the best villains. Saltburn, he's a Libra, best villain. You look at the show Unreal, Quinn, she's a Libra, best villain. There have been so many incredible Libra villains. And as well as, like, I was watching this show Selling Sunset, and there was this girl, Christine, she was the only Libra, and she was the villain. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they do it so well. You Librans, you can do it so well because you guys are Venus, right? So it's like you can play the nice nasty if you want, right? But I don't think that you're doing this maliciously. It's as if you're showing up with kindness, but I definitely feel like with that fish in there, it's like, all right, it's about to slip. Or I think that if you're pushed to a point, you might kind of snap a little bit and you might get a little nice nasty. You know what I mean? But it makes me feel like because you don't understand why something is happening, you're trying to like do it with a smile on your face and be kind. But I do think that there's a limit. And I think that if somebody pushes you to that point, you're probably going to say some things that you absolutely mean. The Seven of Pentacles is something that is outside of you that's happening. It doesn't always have to be something bad that's happening, right? The Seven of Pentacles can represent you may be needing to make a choice, but the Seven of Pentacles makes me feel like something that you've been invested in is coming back around in a positive way. Like you're getting a return on some kind of investment that you made some time ago. Ooh, and that's what it is. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So there are some people that are not on the same page about validation. There are some people that are not on the same page about how you're making your money or the attention that you're getting. Something is happening where maybe, like, for instance, right? Maybe 2 years ago, you put out a TikTok and all of a sudden it blows up, and that's the return, right? There you go. Now you have a ton of followers, right? Let's be let's be superficial and cliche about it. And now there are people that are like, well, I don't agree with what he or she was saying, or, who does he or she think she is? Or there's people that are not cool with you getting this return, essentially, is what it is. And this is outside of you. Your advice, higher fun, stay grounded, stick to your morals, stick to your values. Don't do anything that's going to go against that because you're going to regret it. So just 10 of Cups, focus on your family, focus on your relationship, focus on the people that are emotionally supporting you as opposed to the people that are not. It doesn't mean that you can't listen to opinions, but it's when you start allowing those opinions or those negative statements to create your identity for you, or to completely navigate your thinking to where you're only focused on those things. Because it's so easy to focus on the negative as opposed to the positive, right? So just try to keep that in mind. Have faith in your dreams. So yeah, I feel like I want to say you have something in the bag, Libra. Try not to sweat it too much. I think that if you are coming up on a little bit of resistance, it's because there's something that's trying to create strength. When we're going through something that is resistant, or we're going against the grain, or someone is going against us, or we feel like life is putting pressure on us, well, it's kind of like at the gym, right? If I'm going to the gym and I'm squatting something that it might be a little heavy for me, yeah, it kind of hurts, right? But it's essentially going to be good for me and it's going to build muscle. Okay. So it's kind of like powering through it and have faith. Thank you so much, Libra. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that in the pinned comment in the chat box. All right. Let's move on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and take a look at what you can expect for this weekend and this coming week. This is your energy, honey. Be careful of getting pregnant or getting somebody else pregnant, okay? But I absolutely love this Empress energy here. This is your opposite sign, which is interesting. So you're embodying a little bit of your opposite sign, Taurus, this week. Libra as well, within respect. But this is you taking care of yourself, being very nurturing to your children, to your partner, to you, putting yourself first, being very creative. For some of you, you have something that you're getting ready to put out there. So something that you maybe been kind of brewing behind the scenes, maybe something that you've been working on, whether it's a creative project, whether it's a business, maybe it's a relationship. I don't know. Maybe you're getting ready to go public with that. But it's something that you're creating that's getting ready to kind of come out there in a really, really beautiful way. And you're focused on yourself. You're living your best life, is what this looks like. The Four of Swords in reverse with the Justice in reverse. Interesting. I'm almost getting like trying to play peacemaker with something. That Four of Swords in reverse and the Justice in reverse definitely makes me think of somebody that's stressed out about something that was unjustified or some kind of wrongdoing in one way or another. There's something that you're dealing with, and I don't know if it is like a legal court case. I don't know if it's just something that has been done to you that you feel is unjustified, or if you're just trying to simply bring the balance back into your life, especially if you've been feeling a little squirrely or you've been feeling a little stressed out. It seems like you're maybe utilizing creative pursuits in order to overcome that mental strain. I think as well, if that justice in reverse is showing up, it's making me feel like the Empress is your solution to whatever that is. So the justice in reverse, it can represent a few things, but it can also represent just not having balance in your life, not having balance in your relationships. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to put yourself first, which is what the Empress is going to do. The Empress is certainly not going to chase anybody down for a day old wiener. She's not going to be, hiding behind your bushes and looking for you with binoculars, right? She's not doing that. She's on her throne. She or he is looking sexy, handsome, whatever gender you identify with. And that's what I feel like you're doing. So if there has been any kind of stress or whatever, I really feel like you're handling it with grace. Something that's happening outside of you is the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. You may feel like you are not getting the recognition that you deserve. You may feel like people are kind of putting you down, or you may feel like you've been killing yourself for nothing, metaphorically speaking. Like, what do I mean by this? Let's say that you are a stay-at-home mom. Okay, I don't know. Apply this in your own situation. But let's say that you're a stay-at-home mom and you cook and you clean and you're doing things for everybody all day, and you're doing the socks and you're folding the socks and you're putting them in the drawer and the underwear and everybody's lunches are packed, and nobody ever says thank you. Right? Like nobody ever says thank you. They just think that like a magic fairy just appears in the night and puts the toilet paper back on the toilet paper handle, or a magical fairy just packs their lunches in the middle of the night while everybody is sleeping. And it's almost like that energy of people forget what it is that you do. So I think that you're realizing, and I'm not saying that's what it is, okay? It might be at work, it might be in a one-on-one relationship, whatever it is. And so you feel that and you're like, okay, well, let's see, once I start pouring all into myself and I do everything for myself, let's see when they realize or when they start asking questions about where are my lunches or where are my, and I'm not telling you not to pack lunches for your kids. You know what I mean, though. Let's see what happens when I'm not cleaning up behind them anymore. Let's see what happens when I'm not initiating the text anymore, right? Because I don't want to do that anymore. This is stressing me out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody's appreciative. So it kind of makes me feel like you're just like, you know what, I'm going to pour it into me. So I'm not mad at you. The 10 of Wands is your advice, and the 2 of Cups in reverse. So it may be saying, don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't do more than your fair share. You don't have to be responsible for everything and everyone all of the time. This is the time where you need to reconnect with yourself and what it is that you're passionate about, and understand that you also deserve compassion, and you also deserve understanding, and you also deserve a pat on the back once in a while, and a little bit of thanks will go a long way. So adjustments are required, and I feel like you're going to make them, you know. Um it's making me feel like something is getting ready to come to an end. So, you know, I have found I've done this before. That's why I'm like, oh, okay, I know what this is. I've done this before where I feel like somebody just hasn't appreciated what I've done. So I've just pulled back my energy and I just stopped doing those things. And then that's when they start caring. I'm like, oh, now you want to care that I'm not doing those things anymore. Right. So, and sometimes it's not about playing games, it's about protecting your peace, you know, and creating your own sense of peace. If nobody else is going to help you with that, it's, you know, it shouldn't be up to you to do everything all the time. Okay, so keep that in mind, whether that's at work or a relationship or a friendship, whatever it may be. So I think leading into your creativity this weekend and this week is going to be really good for you, Scorpio. All right. Thank you so much, Scorpio. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that in the pinned comment in the chat box. All right. Let's go to Sagittarius. All right. So your energy is the world. You're having some kind of level of success at something. For some of you, it can just be like you're finally going on that trip, or you're finally buying the tickets, or the hard work that you've put in. This is Saturnian energies, the world. So, you know, that's all about working really, really, really hard, right? This is the last card of the major arcana. So you want to think about the Fool, which is the very first card, you know, in the deck and the major arcana, where it's the Fool's journey, and he's learning a lot on the way, and then the world is when he completes it, he finishes it, he does it, and it seems like you're doing that, whatever that journey is for you, Sagittarius. So it's something that you're achieving, you're having success with something, and for some of you it can just simply be that you're having closure about something or with someone, or you actually are going to travel in one way or another. The Magician in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles. Well, I like it. It seems like you're achieving something, but you may feel like whatever it is that you're achieving, you may feel like there's still more work to do, or you're trying to hone in on some kind of skill specifically. The Magician in reverse can sometimes be like, okay, I don't have everything that I need in order to continue, or in order to bring this in, or in order to have this thing or achieve this thing. And the 8 of Pentacles is like, okay, well, I better get to work and do it, right? So while you're achieving something, it feels like you're not really putting on the brakes. It makes me feel like there's still some doubt there for some reason, and you're trying to master something else, which isn't always bad. If you feel like you still have something to work on, like a talent, gift, skill, or ability, and you feel a little doubtful about it, then there's nothing wrong with working on whatever that may be, whether it's a social skill, or maybe you're, you know, you just got done publishing a poetry book, the world, and you're like, God, I'd really like to write a fiction book now, but maybe I need to take some fiction classes or something like that. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. So, but try not to be too hard on yourself as well, because that Magician in reverse can have like a lot of doubt about him or herself. Something that's happening outside of you is the Moon in reverse. Something may be revealed to you. The Page of Swords in reverse. Be careful of false information. This is very much making me think of that Venus square Neptune that we're having this weekend. Be careful of false information, any kind of manipulation, any kind of shady conversations happening online, gossip, rumors, drama. It definitely makes me feel like somebody's trying to stir the pot, either about you or with you or to you. So I want to say if you are receiving some kind of DM or you're receiving some kind of message from somebody and it may feel like you're going to feel it, like you're going to know when you get this message or when you get this call or you get this email, you're going to know that something's up. So I want to say listen to that intuition, because it makes me feel like somebody, whatever they're telling you, they lack the information. They don't know what they're actually talking about, and they may be either intentionally trying to steer you in the wrong direction or they're steering you in the wrong direction because they're ignorant, essentially. Okay, so just be cautious with that. Like, be careful of who you're getting your information from. The Chariot in reverse is for your advice with the King of Cups. When it comes to a love situation, don't force it. Okay. I don't know if for some of you, that's what it is. Don't force a love situation, and maybe asking you to just let things happen naturally instead of trying to push something. The Chariot in reverse can also talk about like a failure of some sorts and maybe asking you to have some kind of emotional maturity at this time, or for some of you needing to talk to a therapist. Can I get one more for this? Oh, I see. It makes me wonder if somebody here, for some of you, okay, if you are a masculine energy, if somebody is trying to push something on you, force an idea, force something onto you, it's asking you to take an emotionally mature route. It's also asking you not to say too much. It's asking you to be receptive, but also at the same time having your guard up for some reason. For others of you, if you're somebody that's dealing with a masculine energy, it's telling you to respect somebody's boundaries. Okay, for some of you that can be the case. Okay, so just be cautious with that. I'm not really sure what that's about. Believe in the impossible. So with that world there, I mean, I feel like you're already going to believe in that, but if you want to achieve more, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it's okay to stop and smell the flowers, right? Sometimes it's okay to bask in these big achievements or even the little achievements. It's good to, because I see it as a form of gratitude. And when you have more gratitude, more things that you thought were impossible become possible. So I want to say through gratitude can grant you the belief to believe in the impossible, if that makes sense. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that information as the pinned comment in the chat box. All right, let me go ahead and shuffle some of these real quick. And Vanessa, what? What the hell is that? All right. That's okay, sissy. Don't trip. I'm glad that you finally got it to work. I'm sure that was very aggravating. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't work at Hipsy. I just work on their platform, so I don't know. Also, you guys keep in mind that I do have a pre-recorded video that is set to be published tomorrow. And that's going to be at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be timestamps, so when it's done premiering, then you guys can go back and check the timestamps. But it's going to be how you're going to be successful for the month of November. So make sure that you guys check that out. Also, make sure that you guys have notifications turned on. Okay, so that way you can get notified when I go live and when I go and post a video. Nothing much. Ma'am, no. What is that weird language in there? Like, who are you talking to? No, I'm about to look that up right now because that's like creeping me out. Yes, yes, wanting to completely throw me off my game. It's not going to work. Okay, gotcha. You could have totally said that in like just regular. Vanessa, I need some of whatever you're smoking, buddy. Right. Oh, I love you too, sissy. You're incredible. I just looked it up on ChatGPT. I thought you were being elusive for a reason. Keep me company while I work. Glad I. Aw, thanks, Kenneth. It's Dutch. Oh, is it? Do you speak Dutch? Oh my God, Sissy, I love you. That's so sweet. Thanks, baby. All right. I don't smoke either. I can't smoke. If I smoke, I get freaking paranoid, man. Hear that? What was that noise? Oh my gosh. Can't do it. All right. Last shuffle. Last shuffle. Let's go ahead and do Capricorn. Vanessa, I didn't know that. That's so cool. What? That is freaking dope. I did not know that, lady. What would you be smoking? Well, I don't, but weed. Marijuana does not, has never chilled me out like it does for other people. Very rarely, once in a blue moon. Otherwise, I get really, really paranoid. I don't know why. I'm already a naturally anxious person. Hello, sixth house stellium, but I just get really paranoid. I start getting paranoid of people, like anybody around me. It's bad. Bye, Jake. Have a good one. Wait, you told a story one time of what you do and I died. I can't remember it. I don't know. I say a lot of things. Yeah, I can't do it. It's weird. Okay, so sorry about that, Capricorn. Thank you so much for your patience. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what you can expect for this weekend and this week. Oh, God. Sorry. Okay. Knight of Swords. You're a little quick on the draw this week. This is your energy. So there's something that maybe you're trying to figure out, something that you're trying to find out, some information that you feel like you don't know that you're trying to know. I definitely want to say be careful with the impulsive behavior this week. Definitely be careful of the things that you're saying, because you may kind of say something and put your foot in your mouth for some of you, but it does seem like you are going very fast towards something. It just makes me feel like there's something that you're trying to learn. This is double Gemini energy. For some of you, you have a very strong Gemini placement, or for others of you, maybe you're dealing with a Gemini. But it seems like you are trying to gain some kind of knowledge or information about a connection in your life that you feel like you don't know. And so, because you don't know enough information about some kind of connection in your life, you feel too uninformed and you are not sure about what decision it is that you need to make. For others of you, it actually quite literally is you being very quick on the draw and making a decision to disconnect with somebody. Ooh, Eight of Wands in reverse. You guys are, it makes me feel like you guys are blocking somebody, or because the Eight of Wands in reverse, I just got a ringing in my ear, in the right ear. It seems like you guys are saying something very impulsive once again. This is Mercury in Sagittarius and it's in reverse. So the Eight of Wands in reverse being Mercury in Sagittarius, if we're looking at it in a negative connotation, it can definitely be. You ever met a Mercury and Sagittarius at their worst? At their best, they're hysterical. At their worst, they are very punchy with their words and they can be quite mean. Okay. I'm not saying that you're a mean person, but there may be something that triggers you and you impulsively say something and then you're like, oh, later. Now, maybe it's well deserved, maybe it's not. I don't know, but you are rushing something. So I want to say kind of like slow down. For some of you, it can be that maybe you're getting blocked by someone, okay, or maybe somebody is saying something very punchy or impulsive to you, and it's causing you to react. Let's see what is happening outside of you. Five of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Swords. Well, this is a feminine energy around you, a feminine energy that you may be dealing with. This is somebody that, to be honest with you, they don't want to fight with you. They're actually not trying to fight with you at all. It seems like this person is very intelligent and very logical. For my feminine Capricorns, this can be reversed for some of you, okay? But this person is very logical, whoever this is, and you may be taking it as a fight or as an argument, but I don't think that it is. I think that this person is attempting to get their point across with something, but because it's not coming out in like this lovey-dovey, tender energy, it's like you may be taking it too harshly or you are reacting instead of responding. What is this person's motive with the conversation? Yeah, Page of Wands. It makes me feel like they're just trying to understand something, or they're trying to begin something with you, or they may be trying to offer you something. And for some reason, you're taking offense to it. And I'm not really sure why. I'm not 100% certain, but it seems like you're kind of pushing this person away for whatever reason. So just be cautious. You could definitely not be taking things at face value. You may be kind of looking into them a little bit much, which can cause some arguments. But I don't think that that is this person's intention, is to argue with you. Quite frankly, you may be starting the argument, okay, if I'm being honest. So just be cautious. Your advice is the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting like a let it go energy. The Five of Pentacles in reverse, that can come up when somebody's needing to let go of an insecurity, needing to let go of a fear, needing to unblock somebody, needing to reconcile, needing to forgive, needing to ask for forgiveness. The Six of Pentacles in reverse, that can definitely talk. There can be something in regards to money here. I don't know if you need to pay somebody back or get money from someone, but there can also be like this unequal exchange or misunderstanding between you and another person that could just simply be a misunderstanding. Okay, so try to keep that in mind. I feel like it's something that it feels very unexpected for you. Like it's probably unexpected for this person as well. So keep that in mind. See, a win-win outcome is forecast. So there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? And I definitely want to say once again, don't jump the gun, because I don't think that somebody is trying to argue with you. I don't think that somebody's trying to hurt your feelings. I don't think that somebody is trying to, you may be taking it the wrong way. It doesn't mean that your feelings aren't valid, but I just really, just this weekend and this week, make sure that you really be careful of, because I think we have Mercury square Saturn this coming week as well. So communication can be a little iffy. It can feel like rejection. It can feel like we're being misunderstood. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. So thank you so much, Capricorn. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so by going to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. If you don't mind, I just need to get a water really quick. Okay. Do I have any over here? I don't think that. Nope, gotta go in my parents' creepy garage. I hate it up there. I freaking hate it. I hate it in there. I hate it in there because I always feel like there's like gonna be a squatter in there, or there's gonna be like, I don't know, somebody chasing me with a knife. Yes, Mercury retrograde. I'm not really worried about Mercury retrograde as much as I'm worried about Mars retrograde. It's gonna square my natal Pluto for a month. Like, no thanks, Oh, you're fine, Vanessa. Don't apologize. All right. Ugh. Yeah, I'm also a drama queen though. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Mars retrograde. And then right after that is like Venus retrograde. During that time is Venus retrograde. I had a terrible Venus retrograde. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. I had a terrible Venus retrograde. It was awful. And I'm ruled by Venus. My Mercury's ruled by Venus. My South Node is ruled by Venus. My moon is ruled by Venus. My ascendant is ruled by Venus. Too much going on there. All right. Let's do Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what you can expect this weekend and this coming week. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Be careful of this. You may be a little bit of a control freak this weekend or this coming week. You may be repeating some cycles that you don't need to be doing. Okay. For some of you, you can feel like you're kind of getting pooped on this weekend or this week. I'm not going to lie. You can feel like, damn, like, why is, and maybe it's the Mercury square Saturn. You guys are ruled by Saturn's co-ruler anyway. And so you guys could be feeling maybe misunderstood or feeling like things are just like constantly repeating in your life and that maybe you're doing it, you're the one doing it, or you could be driving yourself crazy trying to control everything. It seems like you're not learning a lesson here because the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, and Jupiter can definitely be about like lessons and your higher mind and things like that. And you could be not learning a lesson with something. It's kind of like constantly smacking your head on a brick wall and be like, what is going on? Putting your hand on the stove over and over and over again. So be careful with that. The Five of Swords. Aquarius, please be cautious about how you're going about things, okay? You could feel a loss of control in your relationships, in your external world, and it could be driving you to the point where you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing in order to maintain or keep some kind of control. It's giving me kind of like power trip energy. And I love you, Aquarius, right? I'm not trying to say anything negative. I just think we all can get that way sometimes, especially when we're stressed out, or right, we all deal with things in different ways, but it definitely feels like you're going backwards. Like something in your external reality is likely triggering you to act this way. Okay? Like you're kind of losing it a little bit. Well, I like that the death card is here because this makes me feel like something is triggering an ending. So the Five of Swords, specifically in the Game of Thrones deck, in the upright, doesn't have the exact meaning that it does in traditional Rider Waite. I know I talk about this all the time. If you watch me often, I'm very sorry. I know you're tired of me repeating myself. But this Five of Swords can feel like just loss. It can feel like you're just losing at life, losing money, losing relationships. It's just a loss. Like, damn, it doesn't matter what I do. Nothing's ever going to give. I'm never going to win or something like that. But that death card is telling me that something is done. Something is done. And that means that there's room for change. And when there's room for change, there's room for evolution and there's room for growth. And it's really about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And even if you feel like you can't see the light, sometimes it's about changing your perspective. Sometimes it's about you just keep putting one foot in front of the other in that tunnel until you make it to that light. I mean, you guys are ruled by Saturn, you can do it. Just like my wonderful Capricorns. What's happening outside of you is the Ace of Wands. So this is some kind of new opportunity. This is a new opportunity, something that's going to strike a match, something that's going to potentially light your fire. For some of you, it can be sex. I'm not going to lie. We're all adults here, right? 18 and up guys, but that Ace of Wands can definitely represent like a sexual partner. Maybe you meet somebody new if you're single. For some of you, it can be that if you're with a partner already or you're dealing with somebody, that you guys can reignite something in your connection. This can also be about taking the initiative in something and having enough passion to start whatever this is. The Star, ugh, I love this. This is your major arcana. It To me, this makes me feel like you are the light, or this is the light that you don't see yet. You know, sometimes I find that when I'm in a really bad place, or I feel like things are just, I'm never going to win, things are just ruined, my life sucks, whatever, 9 times out of 10, there's something else going on in the background that we don't see that's working in our favor. And it's for us. And the star is you. So something is working for you. You just have to kind of take what feels like an L right now to get the W later. Does that make sense? So try to understand that whatever this is that's changing that may feel very uncomfortable, it's working in your favor, which I know people probably get so tired of hearing. But Eight of Swords is your advice, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is not the time to sit there with your thumb up your butt and twiddle your thumbs and blame everybody for whatever issue you're going through. Okay. This is not the time, to sit there and marinate on how it's not working out and how things are just never gonna be good for you and whatever. It's definitely about your perspective right now, is what I want to say. And it's about learning the lessons and taking what you can and going with the ebbs and flows of life and being okay with not having control over things all the time, and understanding that just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not working, doesn't mean that it's not there. So try to have a little bit of faith. Don't let your past hold you back, is what I have here. So yeah, it's like the repetitive cycles, like I was saying, constantly repeating cycles, not learning the lessons. Maybe it's just one specific lesson. I know that I keep getting smacked over the head with a lesson that I have never really been able to learn, and it's going to keep happening until I decide to not do that anymore, right? So something to kind of think about, but whatever it is, it's just it can't come with you. Okay. Thank you so much, Aquarius. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that information as the pinned comment in the chat box right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what you can expect for this weekend and this week. Your energy, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Well, if you're a feminine Pisces, this may be reversed for some of you because this is showing up as a masculine energy. Now, for some of you, it's definitely that you can be using someone. Okay, you can be using someone for money. You can be using someone for status. It can just be that you're pretty unstable in regards to your finances, in regards to your relationship, in regards to your business. This can also represent infidelity, and not showing up in the way that you need to, and not being responsible, and not taking initiative, and not minding your P's and Q's, not crossing your T's and dotting your I's, things like that. It can also just represent a very, very stubborn energy. So this reminds me of someone I used to date. This person, they were definitely using me, right? And we all use each other in one way or another, right? But like really using me. And this person, when they wouldn't get what they wanted, they would manipulate me, or they would be like, well, fine, I just don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Fine, I'm just a terrible person. It's like okay, right? That's what this energy is giving me. Please reverse this if you need to. And it's showing me that you may be acting like you're giving up on something because you're not getting something that you want, but it's just manipulation. It's like when you tell a guy, "Hey, like I really don't want you liking these girls' pictures online." And he's like, "Oh, well, I'll just delete the whole app then." You know? It's like, okay, well, way to be dramatic, right? But it's manipulation. And so it's making me feel like you're kind of doing that because you're not getting something that you want. And so you're kind of giving into this lower vibration side of yourself instead of taking responsibility for your own shit, basically. Okay. What's happening outside of you? The Hangman in reverse and the King of Cups. There's a masculine here that is receptive to you, is open to you, but this is not somebody who seems like they're going to make a bunch of sacrifices for you anymore, is what I want to say. It doesn't feel like this person is giving up on you or anything, but they are not seeing your side, and this is somebody who's very emotionally mature. This can't even be a therapist, but this is somebody who is not letting go of maybe something that they heard, something that you did. They're still showing up as mature and willing to listen, but I can get one more. They're not naive with that Page of Cups in reverse and that King of Cups, Hangman in reverse. I definitely feel like this is somebody who has strong boundaries, in my opinion. Because the Hangman in the upright, it can represent somebody who's like willing to forgive and let go. And the Hangman in reverse makes me feel like somebody is like, it's almost like Neptune retrograde, like you start seeing the reality of someone or something. And I think that this is somebody who feels like they see that towards you. And so they're kind of in this energy of still being kind, but being thorough, being kind, but not letting you get over on them, you know. Your advice, Judgment in reverse. Good night, Karen, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So, yikes, man. Oh man. The Knight of Cups in reverse can very much put on a show when he needs something from you. It's can be the emotional manipulator, and the Judgment in reverse can represent somebody who is refusing to take accountability for their own behaviors. So this is asking you to take accountability for not just your own behaviors, but for yourself. You may be putting the blame on someone for your own circumstances. You may be pointing the fingers because you don't want to hold yourself accountable. And this is saying, as long as you keep giving power to other people and things outside of yourself, you will never have it yourself. You will always be looking for somebody else to determine your destiny, to determine your life and how it's going to look and how you're going to act. So it's something to really think about, I think. Bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Well, Aquarius is all about being authentic, right? It can be very much about being authentic. It can be very much about thinking outside the box and going against the grain a little bit. Liberation as well. It's like liberate yourself from any inauthenticity, from any inauthentic behaviors that you may produce in order to get your needs met or in order to manipulate. Now, all of us have manipulated in one way or another, okay? My makeup right now is manipulation. Okay. Do you see how pretty I am? Right. Until I wake up tomorrow. Right. Just kidding. But this is asking you to bring that authentic person into the situation to get a better outcome, not just between you and other people, but for yourself as well, where you finally kind of take control of your own life. So for my feminine Pisces, I'm really sorry this may have been reversed for you. Okay. So thank you so much, Pisces. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All right. All right, cool. All right. Let's see here. And you guys, I'm about to cut off super chats for the night. If you still want a super chat, you can still book super chats when I'm offline on Hipsy and they can still get answered. So it will be super chats that can be answered while I'm not live. So you can still ask those. I still provide those services on my Hipsy page. Okay. So keep that in mind. I know that a lot of you guys have been able to get super chats while I've been offline because I always had it in my link tree. I've moved that to Hipsy. So that service is still available. You just have to go there. And that information can be found in my description box below under this video. Okay. Or any video that I make. All right, let's do this. All right. All right, let's see. We got my girl Bryn Lazarus. Hey girl. Hi Violetta, hope all is well. What can you tell me about my current relationship of 2.5 years? Things are good, but I always feel like they could be better. Love you, girl. I love you too. All right, let's see. The Hierophant in reverse, there may be something a little unconventional about this. It may be that you guys have different religious or spiritual beliefs, or there's just something that may be a little unconventional. It's also asking you, does this have a proper foundation that you can actually build on, right? So the foundation of our life is our values and our morals and our spiritual or religious beliefs or whatever is important for you. It's the bones of you, right? And it's kind of like, hey, is that you know, devil in reverse? Are we needing to be more aware of certain toxicities, fears, insecurities within the relationship, toxic energies from the other person? Is this something that we are deluding ourselves to, or are we being honest with ourselves about these things? The Emperor energy, interesting. It may be this energy of the masculine wanting to man up or wanting to be seen as an emperor archetype. So wanting to be seen as the man or wanting to be seen as in charge, but maybe he's still needing to do some work in that regard, or maybe he's needing to build that kind of foundation for himself within his soul or the bones of him and his own beliefs. And is he ready for that? The emperor there with the devil in reverse can tell me that maybe he is taking accountability for something, or even if it's just within himself or within the relationship dynamic, and trying to be in his divine masculine, essentially, as corny as that sounds. The Tower in reverse with the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this is kind of your advice to me. Some kind of old norm, some kind of old way of going about something that you had been refusing to change, or you are refusing to change, or are refusing to let go of, whether it's like a delusional ideal, or whether it is some kind of personality trait, or whether it's old trauma. It's saying that something has to give or something has to change. It's asking you that, or telling you, if you want different, like within yourself, within the relationship, with how your guys' communication goes, whatever it is, it's saying that you may have to lead by example in order for that to happen. And in order to want different, you must be different or respond different, something like that, with that Queen of Wands. Whoops. Show the world the real you. So if there's been anything where you feel like you've had to dim yourself, or where you felt like you couldn't say certain things, or that doesn't mean be an asshole or anything, but there may be this energy where you're needing to get to a point where you're being honest with yourself, or you're being honest with this person about who you are or what you want, or like I know that I had been in, and I'm not saying that this is you, just apply this as it may, but I remember I used to be in this relationship where I was really afraid to like talk about what upset me or what bothered me because I thought it was going to cause conflict, you know? So, and I got to a point where I was like, yeah, but that's not me. Like, I'm not one to like shy away from that. Why am I doing that? You know? And it was me being inauthentic and me kind of bending a little, like too much, you know? So I don't know, whatever that is for you, right? Thank you, Bryn. I love you. And all right. Okay, there we go. Then we got my girl Zaza. Zaza Hyvie. Does Jim miss our connection, or is he dating someone new? Does he think about reaching out to make amends? Thanks, love. Sure. Does he miss their connection? The world? I think so. I think he has closure within himself, but that doesn't mean he doesn't think about or wants some like a new cycle to begin. That can kind of be the world. Is he dating someone new? The Six of Swords. I think he moved on from somebody, or he's just kind of resolving things within himself, but it feels like he's just recently moved on from someone, maybe. Sorry. Does he think about reaching out to make amends? Yeah, the Strength and the Two of Cups. I think that there's still a love there, or there's still like a vibe there, there's still a connection, but I think he holds back a little bit. I definitely think you have his heart or you have his eye in a way, but for some reason he kind of feels the need to like, okay, well, maybe I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of a hesitation, but I do think that he probably will. Thank you, Zaza. We have Anila. I inquired about to start a new job 3 months ago, and your predictions were all on point. I promise. I love the culture. I love the company. I love the people. And I have a new crush at work. All mentioned in your prediction. Your gift truly gave me chills. Oh, wow. Thank you. I remembered when I was still in my previous work and you told me not to resign yet, as it will cause more confusion than when you uh, then when you gave me a positive sign to leave my work. Turns out I resigned at the most perfect time. Wow, just wow. Thanks. I would like to kindly know if I will be regularized or absorbed at work. My first month evaluation was great, but lately there are a lot from the management committee who have not been. Sorry, hold on. This is long. Hold on. Oh, where am I? Not been regularized. It is becoming a trend. Plus, maybe the company is going through a financial hurdle. I don't want to be pessimistic and paranoid, but sometimes I wonder if my HR manager position will be retained or if they will absorb me since I'm under 5 months probation. I am not sure of how Angela just seen Milo owners and Angel. Hold on. Oh, thank you so much, Anila. Okay, let me see here. Is she going to be regularized at work? The sun in reverse. Well, I mean, see, the thing is that the sun in tarot, even when it's in reverse, it's still a positive card. So I think remaining confident, remaining optimistic is probably going to really get you in the door or get you that longevity that you seek. You may have some issues around masculine figures potentially, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm really feeling that. I still feel like something positive can come from this. Be careful with that 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting that weird masculine energy again. King of Swords in reverse. Be careful of like a specific masculine energy in your work. They may try to gaslight you or lie to you a little bit. Somebody's ego may kind of get in the way where maybe they're trying to be regularized and they feel like you'll be a threat, or for some reason their ego just simply gets in the way. I think the sun in reverse is still going to outshine the rest of these cards just because it's a major arcana. So it's going to trump these other two. So I do think that you may run into some issues around the longevity part or being regularized. Just can't say that right. So I think that you'll go through some hurdles, but I still think that you'll be able to keep it or be regularized. I hope that that makes sense. Can I get some advice for her? Let me get one more. The Four Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is about coming from a healed place, coming from a mature place. Don't be afraid to communicate or speak your mind, but it's also asking you to be very, very like realistic when it comes to whatever this is. Not that you're being delusional in any capacity, but there may be some like difficult choices that you may be needing to make in the future, and it's asking you to come from a place of maturity, of healing, and from a realistic perspective. I hope that that makes sense. Because the sun in reverse is still positive even when it's in reverse. So while I think you'll go through some hurdles, I think that you can overcome those hurdles. Okay. Might take a little bit of time, but you'll do it just fine. LaDonna, hi V, just wanting an update on how is BS feeling about me. Thanks so much, LaDonna. All right, let me see. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This can be somebody who either feels like, you're a little moody, or, you can be a little mean, or you got a little edge to you. Somebody who maybe Two of Pentacles. I feel like he's still maintaining it. He's still trying to make a decision on you. I feel like he keeps going back and forth on one side of the fence and then the other about you, because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can represent also somebody who's very insecure. And while I'm not saying that you're insecure, he may feel like you are, or he may feel like you're mean, or, the Queen of Pentacles can represent some of those things. So it doesn't have to be all of those things, but it can be one. And so it's like he keeps kind of going back and forth in regards to how he feels. At the end of the day, I think he's like, okay, well, she checks off a lot of the boxes, but I'm going to put myself first. So he's a little kind of like, okay, I'm still kind of here. I'm still kind of deciding on this, but I'm just going to take care of my own needs more than anything, kind of. The Ten of Wands, he feels like he may feel like you have a lot of baggage, or he may feel like this is a lot of work sometimes. Six of Wands, he may feel like you require a lot of attention, but I also think that he likes the attention that you have given him, or that you do give him. And the Four of Wands is here. So I think that he has a good time with you. I think that he likes showing you off, or like showing pictures to his friends, or just likes taking you out, or just it seems like he has fun with you. And I think there's even this potential where he's like, okay, like maybe this could be something else, or maybe this could be something more. Maybe we could take it to this level. But that Queen of Pentacles in reverses seems like it's kind of haunting him a little bit. And that's the reason why he keeps going back and forth. So once again, just to refresh, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can represent somebody who's very mean, or somebody who is unstable, and or somebody who isn't taking care of themselves properly because of insecurities, or somebody who's just simply insecure for what. So even if that's not true, it's just his feelings. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal. So I don't know what goal that is, but if there's something specific that you want, whether it is within this dynamic or within this connection or otherwise, it's telling you to keep hacking away at whatever that thing is. And I feel like you already know what that is. Okay. So keep going. Thanks a lot, LaDonna. All right. Then we got Anila again. Thank you for your guidance and leading out of that trap. Now I am starting a new chapter. You so patiently tell me every reading. Oh, Violetta, what is in store for me in love? Maybe until June 2025. I had several readings with you and from my overseas trip in Bali. Oh God, how wonderful. And Singapore. And same with your prediction. They all say I will meet someone at work who is a hard worker and stable. I recently met, I'm not going to say his name, who is an executive in my company. I can feel there is a mutual attraction and everybody can sense he is fond of me. But just like Fernando, they are both Aquarius and they both can seem emotionally unavailable. They withdrew, etc. I don't want to hope again they get disappointed, and I'm honestly not sure what he feels about me and if he is planning to make a move on me. Is he the one being referred to that I will meet at work, or maybe is there someone else coming in? All the best, beautiful. And I am one of those who would like to copy your beauty regimen. I want hair and makeup tutorial. All right, fine. All right, let's see. Is it him? The guy that she's talking about? Is that the one that's showing up in the readings? I feel like with the Ten of Wands, yes. Wait, why is this in here? Did I accidentally put this in the wrong? Oh my God, no, sorry, that's not your card. I accidentally put her cards on the wrong deck. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Three of Pentacles. I'm gonna say yes. It's interesting that the Three of Pentacles showed up because the Three of Pentacles is quite literally somebody that can be somebody that you work with. I feel like this person sees your potential. I think that he feels like the two of you are on the same page. So I'm gonna say yes. Where do I see where do you see this going? The Page of Swords. He's just kind of watching you and like observing you from afar kind of thing. I think that he wants to know more information. So that seems to be where he is at. Is there anyone else coming in? The Hermit, the Chariot. Oh wow. Well, it definitely could be a Virgo or a Cancer. 6 of Cups. Okay, so this is somebody. Okay, so I see somebody else that could have a very strong Virgo and or Cancer placement in the sun, moon, or rising. And this is somebody who may be a little bit more of a recluse, somebody who's very self-aware, somebody who's probably very smart, also somebody who's quite brave. This is somebody who I feel like has a very strong determination to succeed. They're very emotionally driven. And whatever it is that they're emotionally driven by, that's what motivates them to succeed. I think this person is probably going to be a soulmate of yours. So if this is outside of that connection, because I asked who else, this person looks wonderful to me. The Hermit, the Chariot, the 6 of Cups. I mean, the 6 of Cups can be like a gift from God. So do I think that the person that's showing up in your reading is this Aquarius you're talking about? Yes, but I also feel like somebody better may actually come along. And to describe this person, once again, for a refresher, very smart, very intelligent, maybe a little bit of a recluse, but very brave, very success oriented, very much victorious in their own personal journey. This person can also be quite nostalgic as well. Thank you so much, Anelia, which can be a Cancerian trait. Monica, I have been working on a big career creative change and I can see the new opportunities slowly unfolding. However, I'm getting stressed on how to manage this transition financially and balancing my old work with the new. Is there any advice on how to manage everything I need to juggle while making sure I'm staying in alignment? I really feel like I'm moving towards my true destiny and don't want to mess it up. For some reason, I heard a good night's sleep. I don't know why I heard that. I really don't, but that is what I heard. For some reason, I heard get a good night's sleep. That's just what I heard. I don't know why. The 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. There can be something that's kind of shifting your attention to look in your rear view mirror. And it's taking the focus off of something that you want. So whether it is a past relationship, whether it is past drama, it's something that you keep settling for. Even if it's like, oh, I'm going to scroll on my phone for 3 hours. It's like that's like a coping mechanism of yours and you keep going back to it. There's something that's kind of keeping you from being able to have proper time management potentially. And so it's asking you to be honest with yourself about what that is and to put more of the focus on yourself instead of looking at whatever this thing is or associating whatever this is that is in your past. Let me see. Ace of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess. This is really interesting that the Ace of Swords is in reverse with the High Priestess. It's almost like this energy of why do you keep second guessing something? Why do you keep holding yourself back by deluding yourself or telling yourself something that isn't true or whatever? With that High Priestess energy there, it's saying listen to your gut instincts. Like what I mean about that, so for instance, if there is a time that you could be, I don't know, budgeting or working on this creative pursuit or what have you, and you are doing something else, and that little nudge of intuition is saying, hey, like, should you be doing this right now, or should you be doing this right now? It's asking you to listen to that. A really great thing that you can do is I've noticed that I am at the top of my game when I am getting a good night's sleep. When I'm getting a good night's sleep, when I go to bed super early, I unfortunately have to take like Benadryls almost every night. Not recommending that, right? Because I have really bad sleep issues. But when I go to sleep early and I wake up early, it's like having 2 days into one. You know, getting a budget app, even getting a budget app, downloading it on your phone, keeping a budget, keeping a calendar, one of those little whiteboard things. You know, I mean, there's so many tools that we have at our disposal. ChatGPT is also really great for helping you come up with scheduling, for helping you come up with problems that you have on a day to day. So ChatGPT might be something that could really help you out as well when it comes to time management or scheduling and things like that. I hope that that helped. Thank you. Wait, that was 6 cards. Let me get one more. Sorry about that. I only pulled 4. 4 cups in reverse and the Ace of Cups. I feel like there's an opportunity that you need to take that you are shoving away for some reason, or it's asking you to make a choice on whatever that is. The Four of Cups in reverse can talk about, like, instead of rejecting everything that's coming at you, or instead of being a Debbie Down on yourself, finding a way to overcome that and take that offer. Like, I got to this point where me and my best friend were like, we kept saying no to offers, like even like simple collaborations, or, you know, we used to do live streaming together and people would ask us to come up there. It's like, you never know who's watching, right? Or you never know what that could lead to. So I want to say, don't turn down opportunities that could actually be very positive for you. Then what do you need to release? That makes me think of that rear view mirror thing. What do you keep associating yourself with or focusing on that is keeping you from looking at the road? You know what I mean? Faith focused. She says, "Hi V, a guiding message, please. Thanks. Love you. Very welcome." King of Wands in reverse makes me feel like you have a masculine figure in your energy or around you that is maybe associating with you because of his ego, just because of sex. I don't really like that. The Justice and the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is telling you to make sure that you're in alignment with yourself, to make sure that you're doing right by you. If you feel like somebody's sucking up your energy, if you feel as though something is imbalanced, or you feel like something isn't equal, or somebody's using you, or anything of that nature, it's telling you that the stress from that and the negative thoughts from that is going to go when you create that alignment within yourself, or when you do what it is that you need to do when making a decision in order to create that alignment in your life. Do you know what I mean? So whether that is putting your foot down about something, whether that is removing your energy from a specific masculine energy in your life, it can be telling you to do that at this time. The Three of Wands, why are you waiting? The time is now. That can be the Three of Wands. Why are you waiting for something to come in? You need to go after something. The Three of Wands can definitely be about being brave enough to get on the ship, to go after the thing, right? And then what comes after the Three of Wands? The Four of Wands, a reason to celebrate, a reason to have fun, you know, breaking out of your comfort zone a little bit. But you don't trust something, the Queen of Cups in reverse. There may be some like emotional issues that are kind of keeping you from making that move or taking that initiative in your life in one way or another. And it's telling you that it's your own emotional, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a fear of abandonment. Maybe, you know, you've had some really bad breakups in your life and that's kind of dented you emotionally or whatever. It's telling you that that may be the root of some kind of issue here. The Temperance. So this can be about maybe working. This is once again, though, balance. You know, the Justice is about balance. The Temperance can be about balance. The Temperance is also about, you know, talking with a mentor or a guru, looking at things from a higher perspective, understanding where these emotional upsets are coming from and how they're stopping you from pursuing or not pursuing something that is or isn't good for you. So something to kind of think about there as well. But I feel like there's something here that you need to create, but that Queen of Cups in reverse is not facing that Temperance. So once again, that's making me feel like it's those emotions. Like, I don't know if it's a drain or what it is. Communication is key. So maybe you are needing to set a boundary with somebody. Maybe you are needing to be more vocal about what you want and what you do not want and your boundaries, you know? So it's telling you to open up, to be honest, to communicate, to make decisions, even when they're hard. Thank you so much, Faye. Love ya. All right, we have Melly Beth. Can you give me, Scorpio, clarification on my relationship with Guillermo, Scorpio, near future, please? And thank you. Okay, let me see. Eight of Pentacles, okay. Knight of Wands in reverse. The Fool, the Three of Swords in reverse, okay. Well, I mean, I think I think that you guys are seemingly working pretty hard on the connection, or he may be attempting to work very hard on the connection. I think that the standard is high, or somebody is attempting to work on themselves or raise their standard for themselves and or the connection. But that Knight of Wands in reverse tells me that the masculine here may be a little inconsistent, maybe in this player-like energy, and or this could be somebody who's quite immature, still has a lot of growing to do, you know, somebody who's always looking for attention, looking for validation from others, things like that. I do like that the Fool is there next to the Three of Swords in reverse, because it tells me that this person may be breaking out of that energy because he wants to work on himself and he wants to have some new beginning with you. He wants to do things different. There also may be a healing aspect to this, where this new journey that you guys are going to be going on is going to be very healing for you, and you're able to let go of some of your own personal internal issues, and or within the relationship dynamic. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Then we have L. Hi, Violetta. What's coming next in love for me? Anything good to look forward to? Thank you. Sure. Let's see. Seven of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. The Ten of Swords. Um, it may feel like you're not really interested in competing for someone anymore, or just for people in general. You're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, either somebody's invested or they're not, you know? So I don't really see you like stepping up to the plate to compete for anybody's attention. I see with that Seven of Pentacles, there may be somebody that you meet through other people if you're interested. There may be somebody that you meet that it can be more like long term with that Seven of Pentacles. I think it's going to take some time. It's going to take some nurturing, right? The Seven of Pentacles is about kind of like watering the plants, watering the bush, kind of mending the garden a little bit in order to have it grow more, in order for it to be something. But I don't think you're interested in the superficiality. Tell me what that Ten of Swords is, the Nine of Pentacles. This may be the time where your single life kind of ends here. But why does it feel so dramatic? It really makes me feel like you meet somebody and you take your time, but then it's almost this energy of eh, something about losing your independence. I want to say be cautious with this, because it makes me feel like you are putting all of your energy and all of your time and money, or and whatever it is, into a connection in the future, and it's almost like you lose sight of you. So while I think that you can meet somebody, especially through like-minded people or through people that you know, be careful, because you may lose yourself in the process for some reason. Okay. Sorry, I know that sounded kind of me. Thank you, Al. L again. Are there growth opportunities at my current job? What can I expect? Sure, let's see. the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is kind of the energy where you're going to have to make a decision yourself, where you're going to have to be like, okay, instead of worrying about what these other people are thinking, or my coworkers, or my boss, or whatever my family's telling me, whatever, I have to make a decision for myself, and I can't avoid this anymore. And it may get to a point where you decide that you don't really want to put an effort towards something anymore, because you may feel like it's just not viable for you. You may feel like it's a waste of your time. What can she expect external from her? The Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there may be an energy where you feel like you're kind of forced to just let go. It could feel like the money's not good, or somebody is getting a promotion and you're not, or so the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's the missed opportunity. It's the seed that we thought was going to grow, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. So you make it to a point where you're like, you know what, I can't put an effort into this anymore, to be honest with you. Okay. Thank you, Al. So we got S. My question is, I really need to know what are Mark's most deepest, truest feelings and intentions for me. He is a Cappy and I'm a Pisces. He's always been closed off, so honestly, I have no clue how he even feels or why he keeps in contact. P.S. Yes, there is a third party, which makes everything more confusing for me. Thank you. No problem. Let me make sure that this thing is still on. Okay. All right, let me see here. Show me Mark's oh, hold on, let me shuffle this. Ah. All right. All right, let's see. What are his deepest feelings for her? The Empress in reverse. He may feel like you're needy or insecure. The Empress in reverse can be somebody who smothers another person. I'm not saying that you do that, but he may feel that way for some reason. He may feel like it's overbearing sometimes. The Knight of Pentacles and the moon. So I mean, there you are in his feelings. So I like that the moon is here. I also like that the Knight of Pentacles is here. While he may feel like you are these things, whether it's true or not, it seems like he's still wanting to take action, but he's also moving at a snail's pace. And maybe because he's uncertain, especially when you see the Knight of Pentacles going towards the moon, this can be somebody who is cautious because of fear. This can be somebody who's a little cautious because they're just not certain. That can kind of be the moon. It can be a little elusive. It can be like, oh, what's in the dark, right? And so I feel like that is kind of where he's at with that. His intentions towards you, the Five of Cups in reverse. He may want to see the silver lining. He may want an apology from you, or he may want forgiveness from you. The Lovers. See, with that Lovers and that Two of Pentacles, that kind of makes me feel like he wants his cake and wants to eat it too. Do I think that he wants connection with you? Absolutely. Do I think that he's a little scared? Yeah. you know, and I don't know why that is. He may just feel like you got a lot of emotions. He may just be afraid of commitment. I mean, I don't know what his thing is, but it seems like he wants to see the silver lining. His intention is to connect with you. He clearly feels something very deep for you with that Lovers there, but with that Two of Pentacles, I also feel like he may kind of be still on the fence. Like he still has an intention to maybe take his time and decide when he sees fit. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Well, it's interesting that he feels this way about you, this Taurus energy in reverse, and then we have this Taurus energy here. So where it says prosperity lies ahead, prosperity lies, it's it's there if you want it, but it's that energy of you needing to make it, you needing to create it for yourself, you needing to put all of that love and energy into yourself. And I know that's really cliche, and I know that that's annoying, because I know you probably hear that a lot in tarot, but that's what it is. And so when we start putting that energy and that love into ourselves and we put the focus on ourselves, guess what subconsciously happens to the people around us? They subconsciously also put their focus on us. Okay. And I feel like you should be doing that anyway, putting the focus on you, because I feel like that's where you're going to prosper. Not putting all of that energy into. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but this is what it's asking you to do. Okay. I love you. All right, let's see here. Glad you finally got that to work, by the way. All right, Monica. Hi, V. Love your readings. Thank you. Is this guy I met on vacay going to come visit? And how does he feel about me? How does he feel about her? The Nine of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Swords. I feel like he's definitely impulsive with it. He with that Nine of Wands in reverse and that Knight of Swords, this may be somebody who's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, right? The Nine of Wands in reverse to the Knight of Swords is somebody who's like giving in because they're feeling impulsive because they want to know more. They want to find out more. Is he gonna come visit? The Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords in reverse. I feel like he may take his time. There may be a little bit of uncertainty. I think that he is more focused on what's good for the both of you. Like, is this going to be something that's going to be enjoyable for the both of you? And I think that he probably will after some waiting, because the Eight of Swords in reverse tells me that the Eight of Swords in the upright was present at some time. So this is telling me that after some time of being a little indecisive, I think that he'll eventually do it, but for some reason he may be keeping it under wraps. Then we got my girl Paris. Hi, Violetta. If I don't pursue Cancer Man, will he pursue me? Ten of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. He'll probably hold a grudge like most Cancer men when they're upset. uh, a Ten of Cups in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse makes me feel like he's not going to show up as super emotionally supportive. He's not going to be like, chasing you down for a relationship kind of thing. I think that he'll probably, after some time, because the Three of Pentacles can be like, the Pentacles can be a while, right? So after some time, he may like reach out, try to get on the same page with you and stuff like that. But the Ace of Cups in reverse tells me that the focus and desire, he's more so focused on himself and like what he wants. So do I think he's going to chase you down and be like, oh my God? No. Do I think that after some time he'll want to talk to you, whatever? Yes. But I don't think it's going to be the way that you want it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Paris. And then we have Knack Knack, last one. Why is P distant? Maybe going through some kind of legal battle. This may be somebody who's trying to get the balance back in their life. They may have some kind of big decision that they have going on. It could be in regards to their business. It could be in regards to some kind of divorce. It can be that they're dealing with a lawsuit. It's something that they're trying to make a decision on, or it's something that they're trying to do right, or do something in the right way that has to do with something that's been failing. And it can be a business, it can be a relationship, it can be a marriage. It's something that lasted a while. Six of Swords, like this person's moving on from something, is attempting to move on from something. Yeah, there's something financial here. I feel like they're winning at something with that justice there. It feels like they're winning at something. But it's like they're trying to, like they have to go backwards in order to move forwards. So what do I mean by this? Let's say that this person is going through a divorce. Okay, let's just random, right? Just apply it as you may. Let's say that they are going through a divorce. It's like they're trying to settle this out first and then get that all out of the way so that way they can move on and go back to being single, so that way they don't have this hanging in their head, so that way eventually they can move forward with another relationship. Does that make sense? So, and I'm not saying it's a divorce, just apply it as you may. Thank you so much, Knack Knack. I appreciate you. All righty, you guys. Well, I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful evening. Um, Thanks, Miss ED. Sorry, guys. I was doing I didn't have the thing up. But I love you guys. Please have an absolutely excellent evening. A special shout out to my beautiful mods. Rick, as always, thank you so much for the timestamps and all the energy that you put into here. Shout out to Dart Designs. You guys, if you have not went and checked out our store, please go ahead and do that. And shout out to my craziest mod, Complexity. I love you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.